Coach Bill Saharsky from the Hillsboro Hawks. Coach, how's camp been?
It's been really good. So, we got some new stuff that we've installed and some new faces in some spots. And we've had – last week was a good week, and we've had another good start to this week. We always, add wrinkles. You look at, every year what you lose and what you have coming back, what kind of fits the kids you have coming back in terms of their abilities, and can be difference in sizes, or you have big running backs, small running backs, things like that. So it's just you evaluate the talent that comes that's coming up through the program and what kind of best fits those guys. A kid like Chris Duncan will be a senior running back. He's really good out of the backfield for us, has really good hands. So he's a kid that we want to get in space, and he battled some injuries last year, so didn't get to play as much as we'd have liked. But he's a weapon that we're going to definitely get the ball to, and let him have a good senior year. It's a handful of guys. Obviously we get with Preston Brown coming back at quarterback. Aiden Rollins done a really good job at linebacker for us, we've returned some of those guys there. About 5 or 6 guys come back on defense, and that played quite a bit last year for us. Mason Boyer's a D lineman that played quite a bit, had a really good year for us. Colton Romaine back at outside linebacker, and Jackson Marks, another inside backer for us. Those guys have all done well. Our secondary is new, and those guys have all done a pretty good job battling out, and we got a pretty good rotational depth there. New on the O-line. We've lost 4 seniors up there, so that's a group that's got to kind of grow up, but they've done a pretty good job. 5 or 6 kids that Micah Bacher, Cole Osman are 2 seniors that started games last year for us, and Caden Romaine, Isaac Weibel, Logan Jarvis, William Crease done a good job, Landon Smith, just a handful of guys. We got a good freshman lineman, Kyron Miller's done a good job on both sides of the ball for us, O-line and D-line. It's really hard to say. I like our speed on defense right now. Offensively, obviously having Preston back, a kid who's thrown for close to 2,500 yards and ran for over 1,000. So, if he can replicate those numbers, that'd be fantastic. So, we got some different weapons on the offensive side that guys kind of have had to wait their turn. We have Keaton Pipkins coming back at receiver, but other kids have had a good or a good summer off season. Ian Phillips is another senior, Carter Stevenson, those guys. Austin Ross is a sophomore receiver for us. He's done a real good job all off season. So those are guys that will get the ball thrown to them. New tight end Carson Campbell. He's kind of a hybrid tight end receiver. He's we haven't had a 6'2", 6'3" tight end in a while, and he's kind of one of those guys that we can play at receiver and tight end. So. There's weapons there. Aiden Rowland got some carries last year, but obviously had to play behind Peyton Brown. So we expect a big season out of Aiden this year at the running back spot. So, we really don't ever talk about individual goals with our guys. It's more, the steps. Our goals every year is to compete for the conference championship and compete for a district. And we preach, being fresh and staying healthy, and that's why we really harp on our kids about the off season. And one of our goals, it may sound funny, it's because it's not a win or loss goal. It's be healthy week 10, because if we can be healthy week 10 and we're a better football team by week 10, then you give yourself a shot in the playoffs and to go as far as you can.